Hello, howdy, and welcome to another Grow Lapse video, this time about the cumin. I'm Kathryn, and I'm the Aerogarden Homesteader. Cumin is not something that I ever thought about. It's a tasty spice, and I use it a lot, but I never really thought about how to grow it. So when I saw some seeds for it, I didn't even hesitate. And with little surprise, the seeds are exactly like the seeds I grind for cooking. So I began with about 3 seeds per sponge and had at least 1 come up per sponge. That's not bad. I began this batch in a sprout, but I did wonder if that might have been a bad idea. Overall, it wasn't bad, but it was a little tight. The next batch, grown in a harvest, had more room and grew larger with better structure. In the sprout, I'm not sure why, but a couple of them flopped over. They did grow well, but did become very water intense. Like, I was filling the reservoir daily and it would get quite low. It's a good thing I had it by my sink so I could top it off almost whenever. So this is another reason a harvest is a little better given the larger reservoir. I did keep the number of wells used the same, and it was still a water hog. The flowers are very small and appear to be purple, quite an understated flower. The base of the flowers look like the seed, and that is where it eventually forms. I tried to make sure I tapped the plant often to fertilize all the flowers, but on harvesting, I could tell I failed for some. I did much better on the second planting in the harvest. A pollinated seed has a plumpness to it, while an unpollinated seed feels flat and is smaller. I harvested them anyways because I felt that the flat ones would still have some flavor. Who knows? In the end, after harvesting, I found there seemed to be 3 plants, 1 per well, and from these 3, I got about 2 tablespoons of seeds. There are quite a few of the grassy leaves and some stems that need to be cleaned out, but overall, not too bad. I kept the seeds in a container on top of the sprout light to help them dry out further since the light gives off a little heat, and every time I opened that small container, the strong smell of cumin would waft out. It was totally cool. This was certainly one of the more interesting things I have grown, and I would totally do it again. Well, I am doing it again, but after this. For the new cumin plants, if you've been following along on the plant updates, you'll be aware that I did have an infestation of spider mites. If you want to see how the new cumin plants are doing, I can link to some of the later plant updates, but I have taken that plant down now, and I'm going to be harvesting from it. But if you found this useful, or just plain cool like I did, give the video a like so others can also find this video. And I will see you next time on the Aerogarden Homestead.